Hey there guys, it's Greg from Beastie Geeks and thank you so much for watching our channel. So in this video I want to show you Warhammer Quest Cursed City. It's a game, one of the most anticipated games of last month for us. We were very excited when we discovered it, and now we can show you what we think about it, and I can say that it's not what we expected. So without spoiling anything more, let's dig in and let's check out what do we think about the game.
Let's start with the thing that attracted us the most in the first place. The theme is strong, and Ulfenkarn city, its tragic events after Necroquake and illusionary salvation by Radukar the Wolf, only to condemn the city to an even worse fate, are presented in a very immersive way. Bio of each hero and enemy is another great thing written here in a really engaging manner. All of this is closed in a massive introduction you can read before starting your first sessions. Unfortunately, a huge introduction to the game is almost everything you get when it comes to the story. Each main scenario gets some small intro, but written only to explain why are you going to fight this enemy, not another one. You get also some random, but not that interesting, crisis events, and in general, that's all. It's shame that the potential created by the massive introduction wasn't utilized almost at all. The official page of the game says, "Learn Ulfenkarn's secrets," and I'm asking, where are the secrets? Everything that could be said, you said before we started the real game. But okay, let's forget about the story and treat the game only as a dungeon crawler. From the first sight, everything looks legit. We have heroes, several types of enemies with different behavior, a lot of tokens, and good looking board. However, when the foundation of the game seems okay, many other things fail. For example, each time you should spawn a new enemy, you should do this as far as possible from your heroes. As the result, you have to often wait for the engagement, literally skipping turns. And if you hunt a specific type of enemy, you need to wait even longer because the spawn is random, so it's possible to get zombies 3 times in a row waiting for different enemy. Do not forget chasing enemies from one corner of the map to the another, simply spending your turns only on the movement. It gets boring really quickly, and suddenly you realize this mechanic is simply broken. Add to this the fact that enemies are pathetically weak, and you can easily destroy a bunch of them in one turn, waiting for another to spawn. Did I mention that from all of the enemies only one boss has some kind of range attack? This means you can simply stay in entry to the tile and shoot enemies like ducks. If you want to make this game at least playable, we suggest picking spawning gates randomly, starting with a higher difficulty level which adds some more enemies during spawns, and heal your heroes on 3+ or 4+ dice rolls only. Also, when you spawn an enemy, activate its behavior immediately, using a modified Blackstone Fortress difficulty table, which you can find on the Board Games Geek forum, is also a good idea. Those improvements are not the perfect solution and generate some new problems, but they are still far better than the standard game. I know the community is very active and each day new ideas for replaying the game are posted on Board Games Geek, so do not hesitate to check it from time to time. I shouldn't complain about the dice rolling because it's a common part of many crawlers, but dice rolls are responsible almost for everything here, and after a while you are shutting your brain, roll dice and apply the results without the bigger strategy. If you bet with dice, do not be afraid, because most of the results doesn't matter in the end. Only those responsible for hits. Why? Mainly because of mentioned very low difficulty, but also because hero skills and the action cost are constructed in the way that you can easily pass the game rolling almost only once. Enemy's behavior in many cases also doesn't count because you kill them before they reach you or right after that. Also, every scenario within the game feels kinda the same. Extra conditions are not very meaningful and it's very hard to force yourself to keep playing more. Heroes and the variety are some of the better things here. Maybe the playstyle is not as different as we want to be, but unique attacks and ways to be inspired are kinda cool and mostly are a really good match with character bio, making our heroes very cohesive. On the other hand, some heroes work better than others. And for example, inspiring Jelson Derek is a piece of cake when Qualities the Exile inspiring conditions are a struggle, not worth the whole trouble. The development system also feels half done. We get traits we can upgrade, which are cool, but we get only 4 of them without any choices in which way we upgrade them. And finally, the items you can buy between the missions are also just a few, and they are rather trivial. Cursed City has many weird design choices, proving a lack of experience with creating modern board games. White tiles are not marked or signed in any way, so setup is hell. Why we have no interaction or terrain effects and obstacles besides the possibility to make a search action on mysterious objects? Why enemies are only a melee type? Why we don't have almost any art design on the cards so they look like prototypes, not mentioning their quality? Maybe the game would be something fresh and interesting few years ago. Now it feels empty, done quickly, focused only on profits, and it's more like an add-on to the minis, not a finished product. I guess Cursed City is paying direct homage to the Age of Sigmar, but if you want to make a board game, design a board game, not some compromise. What is obviously the strong point of the game are minis. Awesome details, very dynamic poses and a lot of creativity and passion put into their design. Nothing less we could expect from Games Workshop. If you are playing Age of Sigmar, Cursed City is a great value for money. Over 60 scopes for $150 is one of the cheapest bargains we can find when collecting stuff to the Sigmar. If you are playing using the Death faction, Cursed City is even more tempting, cause the majority of the minis are from the Death faction, and they will look really good together with the Nighthawks. Plus, the skillset is something worth considering. For example, Radukar the Wolf as a leader has a call to arms command ability, granting him charge and boosting attacks to all of the units within the range. Gorslav the Gravekeeper, another leader, can resurrect zombie units. All of the heroes are from the other faction, but their skill set is rather nothing to go crazy about. Some of them are worth including if your army fights against the Death faction. For example, Brutok Corpse Eater heals himself when defeating enemies, changing healing from D3 to D6 when slaying Death model. Where buying a game for minis is worth the money, then buying the novel book to get extra character is a low blow. I can't say anything about the novel's plot cause I have just read 2 chapters of it, but together with the book you get an envelope with a war scroll for an extra character you can play with. The fun part is that to get the mini using this war scroll, first you need to make another purchase, this time of expansion to the Age of Sigmar named Collegiate Arcane Mystic Battle Wizards. With these expansions you get 4 wizards and only one of them is the guy you need for the Cursed City, so another 3 guys can serve as decoration. A few words about the player count. The game requires playing always with 4 heroes, so managing everything solo could be a futile effort. Besides, it is still more encouraging to suffer broken gameplay with someone at the table, so 2 players is a good start. Honestly, we don't see a reason to play this game ever again, at least if some errata and expansions will not fix it. And if you are wondering if you should force yourself to play the game just to open the envelope you get by slaying the final boss, do not bother. We opened it for you, and let's say it's nothing worth the trouble, plus opening this at any point of the game will rather not spoiler anything. We are doing this with a big regret, because we had high hopes for the Cursed City, but currently game gets from us only 4 on 10 scratches, getting by this our mark of damnation, reserved for those games you should avoid. If you are into Age of Sigmar, check online the War Scrolls. Buying Cursed City only for the minis can be a good deal for you. If you are looking for a dark themed awesome crawler, forget about Ulfenkarn and visit Ihannam by playing Bloodborne the board game from Simo, which we reviewed some time ago on our channel as well. So, that's all for today. See you at the next game, and if you enjoy our content and honest approach to games, subscribe to our channel and join us on Patreon.